Hey guys, the Anti-Meta here with another deck profile. This is going to be my more updated version of Quick Draw. It's not all Quick Draw, there's only one Quick Draw tech, but it's Plant Synchro. So here's the deck. Sangan, pretty staple. Card Trooper, staple with Debris Dragon because you can bring it back and stuff. One tech Quick Draw because Junk Destroyer and Drill Warrior are good, and Drill Warrior helps against like Frog Monarchs and stuff because they can't actually get rid of what's giving you advantage because it's removed. One Spore, 1-for-1, and Graveyard stuff, so it lets you go for other synchros, stuff like that. Glow Up Ball, very similar, but it doesn't have to remove a plant, and it's only level 1. These two you can use for like Kai's if you really need to, or just regular syncing. Titanial, really don't like playing it, I always draw it, but it's necessary because if you can make that big lone fire play, it really helps because Monarchs can't really get over it unless they have Dark Dust Spirit, or they shut you down earlier, or Soul Exchange, that too. But it gets over a lot of things, and it has a great effect. So yeah, Effect Veiler, only one Effect Veiler because you don't. I'm not playing the Decree version, so I don't need as much help against things like that. But if they have me locked down with Royal Decree, my opponents do, then I will need this in first game. It's also level 1, so it works with 1-for-1. 2 Super Nimble Mega Hamsters. I'm playing 3 Raikou, and these are not as popular, so they could come as a surprise to some people, but it's still a really solid card, and it's level 4, so you can get some synchros with it, with like Glow Up Bulb, and it might stay alive, so you can tribute it with for Caius, all that stuff. Dandelion, core of the deck, along with Debris Dragon, lets you go for Black Rose, lets you synchro summon for other dragons, that type of thing. Lone Fire acts sort of like Dandelion, but it also fetches Dandelion and Titanial and Glow Bulb and Spore, so that's really helpful. It can be, depending on your situation. 3 Raikou Lightsworn Hunter, because you mill stuff, you destroy stuff. It's pretty necessary to overcome threats that you can't overcome in just attack, or Black Rose. So that works. So like if they have oppression up, you can flip that, and since you wouldn't be able to Black Rose. 3 Debris Dragon, because this is very important in kind of the ability of the deck to just reset and then come back in control and be in a better position. And then, of course, it lets you go and do a synchro that can maybe win you the game if your opponent is setting a lot of monsters. 3 Kai's, because Kai's is very, very good. Not only that, but it lets you remove Gravekeepers for 1,000, lets you remove, and then they can't get them back, and it gets rid of Recruiter, remove Dark Soul, remove Emer's Blade, 2400 Beat Stick, remove Necro Valley. Just more removal, that's very important to eliminate like very specific threats against the deck. That's what Raikou and Caius kind of do. The Dandelions, all the searching and then all the milling with Raikous and Card Trooper let us use 3 Pot of Avarice, another card that makes the deck very strong. Send 5 back, so you replenish your monsters, your resources, and then you draw 2, so maybe you'll draw them again. 3 Book of Moon, defensive spell and offensive spell, so you can flip down their big threat, attack over it maybe with the small monster, or you can just make sure you can flip it down to make it so it doesn't get its effect. You can flip your Raikous back face down, your Hamsters back face down, and you can just stop your opponent from attacking, so that's good. Cold Wave, because Cold Wave is good against Infernities, which aren't that popular anymore, but it stops things that are threatening you, and then you just need to go for game. You just need to stop their spells just for a turn, and then you don't need to use any of your spells to go for game. So you go Black Rose and then switch their monster to attack position. Maybe that's something that's happened sometimes. Monster Reborn staple, Dark Hole staple. Foolish Burial 1-for-1. 1-for-1 lets you go for maybe a quick Monarch if you really need to, because it's not that great. This lets you get Dandelion in the graveyard, but this lets you go with Glow Up Bulb and Spore, so you can maybe Synchro for a level 7, or tribute it with Lone Fire, so you can normal summon Lone Fire, activate this, tribute, get Dandelion, or get Lone Fire, tribute, get Dandelion. You know, there's lots of different things you can do, and it lets you go for Formula Synchron with Glow Up Bulb and a token. This lets you get a token so you can Synchro summon, or just get the Debris Dragon. This is a little different. I'm not playing the Royal Decree lineup. I just find that this is more consistent at larger events, so you can side more easily, side deck, and you can kind of maybe side Royal Decree and then side that second game and side in a second Effect Veiler and enemy controllers. So staple, staple, staple. These are also pretty staple. Double Solemn Warning stops big threats that are special summoned and that you can't really stop with anything else you have. 2 Bottomless Trap Hole. Pretty good. Not as good as it used to be, but Solemn Warning is definitely better. And then these guys, I don't have Royal Decrees in the deck right now. They're in the side. So these help. I can cut these to make the deck exactly 40, otherwise it would just be 42. These are still kind of in the testing phase, but they are turning out alright. Extra deck. Double Formula Synchron. Double Stardust Dragon. Double Black Rose Dragon. Catastor. Bryanak. Goyo, kind of the big 3 there, or used to be. Iron Chain, Junk Destroyer, Drill Warrior, Colossal Fighter, Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon is amazing, just saying. Right now I'm using this kind of in place for Trident Dragon, because you can go for, if you have double Debris, you can go for it with Iron Chain Dragon. So if you have double Debris, you can go summon that with 1 Debris. Maybe they don't get rid of it, and then you can summon another Debris. You have whatever you brought back, Synchro summon. Get this guy out. If it's a Dandelion, you can tribute it and something else on the field to attack 3 times, so like 9,000 damage if they're open, or just get over their big threats. So it's okay. It's not great. It takes a lot of advantage to get out, and so it's not really worth it, because it can just be bottomless or warninged. Or booked. That works too. So I'm thinking of running either Ancient Fairy Dragon or Armory Arm. It's probably going to be Armory Arm. Side deck. Double Cyber Dragon. Double DD Crow. This against Machinas and like Glads and stuff that are afraid of big threats and machines. DD Crow, I side in against the Mirror and things like that. Double MST in the side for Royal Decree matchups. So if I don't side in my decrees, they might keep theirs in, and then these will be able to help. And also against Gravekeepers for Necro Valley. Infernies for Inferni Launcher. Double Noble of Crossout. Maybe for the Mirror, get rid of Dandelion face down or Raikou face down, side out my Raikous. Also, Raikous and Hamsters. Also against Gravekeepers, so get rid of all 3 of their Gravekeeper Spies, which are very good, and they pose a very large threat. These go in against the Mirror too. They stop Black Rose Dragon. They also go in against things like Absolute Zero, and other things that can destroy a large amount of monsters. So Blackwings, they can go in against those too. So because it can stop Oppression, and it can stop Bottomless and Icarus Attack. double Royal Decree. I'm thinking about siding third over maybe one of these three cards. Ancient Fairy Dragon, Chimeritic Fortress Dragon. Probably not him because I need him with Cyber Dragon. But if these I can side out with to maybe if they are running a trap heavy build like Gladiator Beasts or like stun type stuff. So those are alright. I haven't tested those yet. But this goes in against Gravekeepers because it can destroy Necro Valley, and this goes again against Black Wings and again the mirror match because of Icarus and Blackfish Dragon. So that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed it. The deck is tested pretty well. I won a couple locals. Ooh. But it's definitely worth trying if you haven't tried the Quick Draw or Plant Synchro yet. Because have you seen? If you've watched some of my games, they've been all right. Hopefully you liked it, and just comment if you have suggestions. Subscribe if you like it. Whatever. Until next time.